joining us for today's edition of Devotions with Brother Aaron. I've entitled today's devotion, The Selfie. And just as a quick side note here, if you ever want to get a good chuckle, just watch a group of elderly folks like me trying to take a selfie of the group. You'll get a good laugh, I promise you. But anyway, today's devotion, The Selfie. In my opinion, one of the most tangible expressions of our society going bad is the selfie. While there's nothing inherently wrong with the selfie itself, it is the thought process of the people taking them, me included, and the warping of our cultural values that have made them dangerous. In a word, selfies are the poster child for a self-centered society. The selfie screams, it's all about me. It says, this is me in the morning, and this is me at noon, and this is me at night. This is me eating, brushing my teeth, driving, wearing my new clothes, putting on my makeup, vacationing, and kissing my spouse or significant other. And this is me with my child, at home, at work, at play, and in any other situation I can think of. It screams, this is me, 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 me. You get the picture. I ran into a friend the other day in a local restaurant. He's a good Christian man. I was alone, so he came and joined me at my table. Quite naturally, our conversation soon centered on Christian matters. He said, I had somebody tell me the other day that they thought all sin could be traced back to our selfishness. He went on to say, I began to think about that. And you know what, preacher? I couldn't think of a single sin that doesn't have selfishness at its core. I'm not saying there isn't one, he continued. I'm just saying I couldn't think of one. Hey, I think he was on to something. If we were honest, this whole mess we've been experiencing in America of late is the result of selfishness on a scale we have never witnessed before. The homosexual community is saying, it's all about us. Democrats are saying, it's all about us. Republicans are saying, it's all about us. Illegal immigrants are saying, it's all about us. Feminists are saying, it's all about us. Abortion rights advocates are saying, it's all about us. The rich are saying, it's all about us. The poor are saying, it's all about us. Liberals are saying, it's all about us. Moderates are saying, it's all about us. Conservatives are saying, it's all about us. The church is saying, it's all about us. The Black Lives Matter movement and ICE protesters are saying, it's all about us. And others are saying, it's all about everybody. But amid our selfish tirades, where we have mounted our soapboxes and are busy displaying the selfie of our lives, demanding that our voices be heard, we have somehow managed to drown out the most important voice of all. With a still, small voice, Jesus whispers, it's all about me. I wonder how many more will have to die before we come to our senses and realize nobody needs to see our selfie. Listen to me. This thing called life is not about me, and it's not about you. It's about Him. It's about a virgin birth, a sinless life, a cross on Calvary, and an empty tomb 3 days later. We will all be dead in a couple of years and will soon be forgotten. Therefore, Christ and Christ alone is all that really matters. When will we realize that? I recently heard a pastor friend define culture as that which we transmit to future generations. Wow. What will we transmit? Will we transmit our selfie and our selfishness, or will we transmit the selflessness of the Christ who lives in us? 2 little lines I heard one day, traveling along life's busy way, bringing conviction to my heart and from my mind would not depart. Only one life, 'twill soon be past. Only what's done for Christ will last. C.T. Studd wrote that. No selfies. No selfies. Dear Lord, please refocus our thoughts upon the fact that life, as we know it, has never been and never will be about us. It has always been and always will be about you, your will for our lives, and the impact we make for you as we are passing through this thing we call life. Forgive us, Lord, for making our lives a selfie instead of a portrait of you and your redeeming grace. And I pray this in your name. Amen and amen.